Everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey boo. But if this is your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, however many times you come back, thank you so much for coming back. So it's Vlogmas day 6, and I know y'all probably been waiting on this hair stuff, so I made sure that I recorded it when I dyed it, and I really hope that y'all enjoy. Make sure that you follow me on my social medias. They'll be on the screen, and it'll also be linked down below. And make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, that's a lot. And let's get into the video. Getting right to it, I'm using the BW2 bleaching powder, and then I'm also using the Superstar 40 volume developer. And a little tip that I would say is to definitely use a much bigger bowl and to also get a lot of product, because I did end up running out, sadly. So I couldn't get the wig as blonde as I wanted it to because I did end up running out. But right now I'm just mixing it as much as I could and trying to get kind of a milky consistency, but not too milky and then also not too thick. Right now I'm just placing the bleach on the wig, and there was no specific method to this because I was bleaching the whole wig. And I feel like it being black and then me bleaching it definitely affected it because I didn't have a 613 wig. So the color came out darker than it was supposed to. I followed this tutorial of another girl and hers came out brighter. And she started with a 613 wig, so I feel like the black definitely affected it. But I'm just literally applying it, no specific method. And you definitely want to make sure that you get the roots, unless you want the roots darker than the hair color you're doing. And then I'm taking this rat tail comb so I can comb through everything to make sure that I get all of the strands. And because it was bleaching, it got tangled much faster. And so I ended up using a brush to try to get all the strands covered. And you want to make sure that you get up under the wig, all through the strands. And you want to just make sure that you get as much coverage as possible. Eventually, I just started going at it because I was really paranoid about the hair coming out wrong. And so I was just using my hands trying to go as fast as I could, because this was definitely like my first time dyeing a wig, especially like turning the whole wig blonde. And so honestly, I was just learning as I was going, and I was just trying to go as fast as possible because, as you can see, the bottom part started turning blonde very quickly. So I basically had to try to rush through everything. And I'm literally just repeating the process for the rest of the wig. And for the frontal part, I tried to be a little more careful because my knots were already bleached, because this is definitely like a reused wig. So I was trying not to like be as messy, because if I messed up that frontal, that was it. Like, there was no coming back. So I had to just make sure when I got to the roots, I was being careful and not trying to just throw it on there. And I let this sit for like 10-15 minutes because, like I said, I was getting paranoid because there was no turning back if I messed it up. But you could honestly let it sit a little longer, but the wig was like turning hot. Like, you can feel the wig head and it was getting hot. So I was just like, no, let me go ahead and wash this out. So I rinsed that out. And I used the Bio Silk Therapy to bring it back to life. Now I'm pouring some hot water, not boiling water, but not cold water. So some warm water that I got from the stove. And then I used the Adore 58 Cinnamon hair color. And I only used 3 out of the 4 bottles that I had. And I did make a mess. So when you're doing this, wear gloves and just try to be as careful as possible, because it really does get messy. And like I said, this was my first time dyeing hair, so I didn't know exactly what to do. Now I'm just stirring it with a comb and trying to get everything mixed together. And then it was hard to see if it was mixed together because it got so dark. So I was just doing what I knew to do. And then I took a napkin to see what color I was gonna get. And so because it was lighter, I put another bottle in. So that's the 3rd bottle, not the, yeah. And I blow dried the hair just in case, because I didn't know if I was supposed to leave it wet. And I'm just stirring it some more so that I don't have any mix-ups. And I'm putting the wig in. When I first put the wig in, I was trying to be very careful because they said that you can stain the lace. And I was like, I do not know what I would do if I stained the lace. And I did the got to be, like I sprayed it on the lace so that it wouldn't bleed through. So now I'm just putting it in there. Eventually I started dunking that junk and just trying to get full coverage on everything, because it was in like a thicker state, so I had to make sure that I was getting like every single strand. So make sure that you just getting everything, like don't miss a beat. And then eventually I just let it sit in there. Like, I stopped caring about the lace because I was like, the got to be got it and I'm good. And I let that sit for like 10 minutes. Now I'm just blow drying it. The lighting in my bathroom is like really bad, so I'm sorry that you couldn't see the color as I was blow drying it. But y'all should already know what it looks like by now if you watch my other videos, or if you even seen the intro. And I'm sad to say that I did end up staining the lace, so I just used this method that I saw on YouTube with some warm water and some apple cider vinegar. So you just pour that in there and you place the lace in the water, but try not to get your whole wig in it, especially since it's like freshly colored, because the dye will come out. After this, I just blow dried it, installed it, and straightened it. So this is the final look. I love it. The color didn't come out how I wanted it to for real, but it's honestly still cute. But that is the end of this video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and remember that Jesus loves you and I love you too. And thanks for watching.